Alright, this is a replay analysis of our boy RFC1972. Posted this in the coaching Rocket League Discord, or the Rocket League Discord in the coaching channel. He's asking for someone to do a little bit of replay analysis. So, see, he's ranked Diamond 1 in Standard. What to work on, positioning and mechanics, he thinks, but he doesn't know. A link, his name is Tosa Malone. Yeah, it says, please someone coach me. That was, I posted that yesterday, so let's go ahead and click on this. I already have it open actually, but let's load a new one, because why not? Alright, so I think he said he was on, well, I don't think he said where he was playing on. I'm assuming PS4, but he doesn't have a role saying that. Like this guy, Gunt, has a role saying PC, but he doesn't have that, so we're just gonna assume he's on PS4. Yeah. So with that being said, let's actually go ahead and full screen this, and let's get on with it. So automatically, right off the bat, you see that you can tell that he's a lower ranked player because of the way he goes for kickoff. So what he did isn't bad, but you can. I'd probably start by doing a flip right here off the kickoff. Just turn that down a little bit. Hear myself think. So actually, let's play this at like half speed. All right. So right here, what I would do, or what I like to do, is boost, and then right here. Oh god, this is gonna be terrible. Right here, right before or right after you pick up that boost, you flip. You know, that's what I like to do. And then you land, boost a little bit more, just a little bit, so you maintain your supersonic, and then flip again into the kickoff. But right there, that one worked out at the lower ranks. It's not going to matter. It would only benefit him. It's not going to hurt him if he doesn't. A little bit risky going for that type of kickoff. I'm not the best at kickoff, so if it works for him, why not? Keep doing it. So right there, I'm just going to get my mouse out of the way. So right here goes for the mid boost, and right here, you really want to look at where your teammates are and where the opponents are. This is kind of a little bit of a tricky situation because you see your teammate got a demo on an opponent in the corner, right? And he's rotating back to net. Quality's not very good, but you can see a teammate's right here and a teammate's right here. So this teammate's out of the play, or he appears to be because he's kind of in the air. This guy, I think, is rotating back. Actually, no, that guy was in the corner. Yeah. So I would normally say stay kind of back and let him go for it, or you could even go middle for a pass. But since it's lower ranked, I doubt he's going to be. This teammate's going to be looking for that pass, and so really, he should probably just say if he's not. I'm assuming it's a solo queue. So what I would do is I would say I got it in the quick chat, so this guy knows. He doesn't double commit with you. But it doesn't look like he did, so not a bad challenge there. And his teammate was there to get it anyways. All right, so right there you see a mistake. Let me move the mouse. Actually, so ball's coming over here. You have someone up here challenging. This guy is in the wrong spot. This guy should be in the middle of the net, at the very least back here, right? I'd say be in the middle. But he's not. He's up here, so he kind of puts him in an awkward spot because you can even see it could easily go over him. If this guy just hits it a little bit more over here, this ball is bouncing up and over, right? And it's over his head, and that's a very tough save. Actually, the only thing he can do is either plop it down here So like I say, the ball goes up here. The only thing he can do is jump up and the ball can go down. Or he hits it and goes back middle over here, which you don't want. So those are both kind of bad spots. If he was in the middle and the ball came back, bounced back up and over here, you could easily clear it into the corner. Maintain possession, pass it to this teammate that's over here. While Tosa here, or I'm just going to call him Malone. Malone, you will be back here in the middle of the net. So you see this guy backing up, this guy up on the wall. What you should be doing here is going back to this back corner post back here, back post. You want to make sure that you're funneling in behind, because essentially what you're doing, if you go up to this front post and challenge the ball like you did, first of all, you're double committing on defense with no one back in net. It's very risky and unnecessary. And this guy's already going to be going. You have to assume that he's going to go for it based on. So right here, your aim is good, right? You're going straight to the back post, rotating back in. You could even start grabbing some of the boost pads here. So maybe not this one, but there's another boost pad over here. Since you only have 61, you pick up a boost pad that gives you around what? That gives you around 73 boosts to work with, or even both, and then it gives you around 80, 86, 85, something like that. But anyways, you want to make sure, so your aim right here is good to go to the back of the net. This guy, so right there you can probably tell better in game because the quality's not the best here. But you can tell that the ball will be bouncing down here and he'll be able to get it, right? So you kind of start to turn in here. Or you do turn in and end up challenging. But if you want to went straight back to either mid or back post are probably about right in this area. You don't have to be right on the back post, but probably behind the midway point. And by what I mean midway, so you have the whole net, middle, right? Yeah, kind of lined up with this boost pad that's right in the middle. Be kind of like back in this area because this guy hits it out. Let's just say he hits it up onto the wall, and this guy stays up here and hits it back. You can come over and easily clear that in. But instead, you kind of come up and challenge, because that's his ball to challenge, right? Regardless if he would have beat regardless if Game Plan, I think that's his name, regardless if Game Plan beat Dark Fox to this ball or not, even if he didn't, which here he did, but even if he didn't, you'd be back in net for another save. So if you would have rotated back to net here, kind of slow it down a little bit. If you would have been back in net and Dark Fox would have shot it, if you would have been back in the middle, you could easily save that. But instead, now everyone's in this corner. No one's in net, and you have to hope that he's able to beat that guy and this guy to the ball, which he doesn't. But luckily, the guy just launched it to oblivion. Let me go ahead and put this back full speed. Go back here. So this guy launches up and over. Right here is where you really want to start paying attention. You should be doing this always. A good tip. Watch for your teammates and opponents. So right here, just know, right there, this guy's out of the play, right? Your teammate's out of the play. You don't see him, but he's not in net. So he's over here somewhere. Your other teammate's right here. You can see this guy. So where, or take a step back. So where all your teammates are right now. So you have this guy in the corner. Your other teammate's kind of off to the left of you a little bit, and you're going into the corner. As for your opponents, Dark Fox is challenged, so he's kind of like in your net. This guy's right here for whatever reason. I don't know how he got there. I think he had part of the play up and over here. I don't know. And so that means the other guy, the other opponent, if he's where he's supposed to be, is either just to the left off screen over here or back middle. And it turns out, yep, he's just to the just off to the left of the screen. And so right now, oh god, that's getting annoying. Right now, you see everyone on the field, right? So you have your two teammates, no one's back. all 3 opponents though, and they're all out of the play. The ball is all off on its own. No one's challenging except for your 2 teammates, right? Right here, you don't need to go for this aerial because that actually accomplished nothing. You went from 57 boost. You went from 57 boost to 30, and you didn't even hit the ball. You just kind of wasted it, and your teammate grabbed the boost in the corner, so you don't have that. So really just got to make sure that you're paying attention to where your teammates are and opponents are, so you don't have mishaps like that. Because it might not cost you now, but going up, boost conservation is going to be key, and it's just little things like this that don't necessarily cost you a goal, but down the line they can. So just good things to start taking note of. So that was a good play there. You kind of read that the only clear that he was going to have is along the wall. You kind of put yourself maybe a little bit too high. I'd probably stick midway on the wall. I think you went a little bit too high. But I have the same problem. I always go too high too. Because you don't know. He could hit it up here and go down. He could hit it along the wall, or he could hit it down like he did. You played it fairly well. Hit it off to the corner. That was actually a pretty good pass. Now your teammates shouldn't be going for this, and you definitely shouldn't be going for this. Because there's almost there's no way you're actually going to score this based on the angle that you went up at and the fact that this guy's up and they still have someone in net. So I think right here, you just kind of, like throughout the game, the entire game, while you're playing, it's good to slow down and really just think about what you're doing. Because right here, I think you want to go, you see the ball going up over their net. I could go for a shot. Because both teammates are back. I'm the only one up. Why not? But I mean, instead of going for, an aerial, you could also go into the net and go for a bump on your way out. While also, because if you went for the bump in the net, you could get the bump in the net or at least attempt it. Because I guarantee that guy's probably not looking at you. He's probably looking at the ball in the air. So the guy in net, you can bump and come over here and grab their boost. So automatically, you put their teammates out of position and you start to boost start them. Not a bad challenge there. It's a good pass back. Good read. Good bump there. So right there, you just kind of followed your... actually, this is a great example of what I mean by staying in the middle of the net. So you rotate all the way around, right? You do a good job here. I'm going to point out something good that you do. What most people do at this rank, so straight ahead, right? You can kind of see, talking about like going along the corner here. So you're heading straight back, right? You grab that boost. What a lot of players do is they just follow the field all the way around. They don't necessarily go from here to there, to the back post, like you did. What a lot of players will do is they'll keep driving forward, pick up this boost pad, and then go either pick up this one back here, or miss it purposely, but still drive back there for no reason. And that just kind of wastes time and boost if you use it. But you didn't do that. You went right here. You did a good job. Also, good job not using boost already supersonic, especially when you don't need to. So good job there. You went straight for the back post. Now you should have stopped right here. Right here or a little bit further back. And you're going to see why in just a second. But right here, you already know you have your teammate out. I actually have no clue where the opponents are at right now. I didn't even look. Or where your teammate is. If I had to guess, your teammate's probably midfield on his way back. Or probably coming into the corner too. Just judging on the level. 2 opponents are probably coming in here. 1 opponent's probably back, if I had to guess. So Oh no, they all three came up. So even better for you in this case, if you played it right. So if you stayed back here, right here would have been a perfect spot to stay because you already have a teammate out. Not many people. I mean, they are challenging, but I mean, your teammate's already there. You have to trust that he's going to be able to get the clear either up the wall or down the field or something. And plus, you always want to have someone not in that, but make sure, especially in defense, you want to make sure someone's at least there covering it. Kind of depends on where the ball is at, where your teammates are, and everything. But you want to make sure that the goal's covered for the most part, whether someone's sitting back near it or something like that. But teammate kind of just he either hits it or lets it roll off to the side. And you push out, follow him into the corner. I think your eyes are just focused more on the ball than the actual play there. And the opponent's beat him there, got the ball up, and actually went up and over. I mean, you could have saved that still. Obviously, you didn't. You didn't need to because your teammate did. And that's kind of like a skill level thing. But you shouldn't put yourself in this position anyways, because if you're in net, that ball was just going around. If you were in net right here, you could easily boost up and clear this back over into the corner, keeping it away from the middle. Instead, this guy has to haul ass back up the wall and clear it. So it didn't cost you, but it probably will in the future, and it probably has in the past. So, again, let's go back to see what he wanted to work on again. Positioning and mechanics. So yeah, a big thing for positioning, I would think, on defense at least, from what I've saw, because you haven't spent too much time on offense, but defense, definitely start rotating as third man, start rotating back to that back post, or at the very least middle of the net. And mechanics, I mean, you could always work on mechanics, so. Again, you kind of rushed yourself and used up half of your boost, which was all of your boost. Also, as third man back. So, if you would have stayed on the ground and just thought a little bit about what was going on in the scenario, I believe you kind of got tunnel vision and just saw, oh, he's going up, I got to go up because I'm last back, I got to make the save. But if you look at what he's going up at, I don't know what he's doing. This guy, Dark Fox over here, he's flying. I don't know what he's doing. Because even if he does hit the ball, for one, if he gets the angle, which he more than likely won't at this rank, it's going to be weak. More than I'd probably say is about an 80% chance of missing this, probably about a 10% chance of actually hitting it, and probably about a 0.0001% that he's going to even hit it on target. And even if he does, it's not going to be fast. So odds are you can either just wait for this ball to bounce, and you can easily catch it and take it over here up to the wall, or you could even probably dribble it back around and score if you wanted to. Very least maintain possession, but instead you don't. And luckily your teammate's there to save. So you grab the boost, right? Again, looking for your teammates and where they're at. You know, this guy, game plan's right here doing whatever. This guy up here, who actually seems to be the best player on the team right now, he's made a couple good saves when you and the other guys messed up. But he's up here, first man. Technically, he's first man, game plan here, second man, you're third man. You need to look and see, okay, where are the spots that are not being filled as far as, like, you know, is someone going up for a pass middle? So is anyone middle for a pass? No. So that's probably where that's probably where a game plan should be going. But he doesn't. Because he probably doesn't have boost. So you being right here next to him doesn't do anything. So you have a couple options. You can either rush middle for a pass, which is probably what game plan should be doing. Or you can kind of drop back, stay back middle a little bit on your side in case you get it clear. But instead, not instead, but yeah, you didn't do that. And if you were middle, probably would have been a little bit there for a. You would have been there a little bit earlier, maybe not earlier, but had a better setup for that pass. That's kind of a tricky shot. I mean, I still sometimes miss those even as a grand champ. So you kind of just like have to slow down, take your time. You really don't need to be going supersonic. I mean, I guess you kind of do because that guy was there. Those will take time to get used to. Probably just spend a little bit more time in training trying to practice those type of shots, but you'll get those eventually. So what Game Plan did there, I don't really like that, just because it's not like you were down 2-1 with 30 seconds left. If you were down 2-1 or 0-1, if you're down 1 goal, 30 seconds left, I would like this play. But since it's 3 minutes left, 0-0, there's no point in demoing him. You'd have, I mean, it's good to demo the guy in net because now they have no goalie. But the ball's out here. It's a very risky play for him to come up and try to score that because he's not back. He's not even beginning to go back yet, and you're still on the wall. So if he gets there, beats this guy up on the wall, because you don't know what he's going to do. If this guy is able to beat him and go for that pass, or go for the shot and make it, good. But if he misses, all of you are going to be retreating at the same time, and it's going to be a lot harder to save. It's an unnecessary risk. So if Game Plan would have stayed middle instead of demoing, because this ball came kind of off the wall, he probably could have beat him there. Maybe scored, at least put pressure on. So he was smart. This guy was smart for not going up for that shot. He's playing very smart right now, in my opinion. So you weren't wrong in going for that. You didn't really know if your teammate was there or not. Luckily, he was. And yeah, he made it. If you were in a party, he'd probably say, "I got it," because otherwise, if he doesn't, then that's probably your ball to go for because you don't know. Good challenge in the corner, noticing no one else was there. Again, you kind of want to look for what's going on in the play. You could easily go for this, and so could he, but someone needs to be back in net. So either it's communication that needs to go on, or you need to realize that whoever's going faster and closer, you guys are both kind of in the same spot. So one of you probably should actually initialize it and just play the safe route and go back to net. Because he already looked like he was going for it. And based on his past gameplay or how he's been, his play style so far in this game, that looks like what he's going to be doing for most of the game. Is kind of playing fast and being like the aggressor type. So I would just rotate back to net there. Really, you probably won't even need to because I don't think anyone is there to challenge. But it's not good to double commit ever, especially on defense. Didn't end up costing there, but it can in the future. So again, watching for your teammates. Here I warn against that. Probably hop on the ground as quick as you can so you can start flipping and get boost quicker. Also right here, you have ball cam off for extended period of time. Even though you have this little arrow, it's still good to have ball cam on because a good thing that I learned, someone told me when I was way back when I was like at this rank, probably even before, that I've stuck with me all the way up until GC. I mean, I still keep it in my mind, is I know where the boost is at, so I don't need to have ball cam off and looking at that boost for a long time. Sure, I like having ball cam off right here, saying, okay, the boost is there. This guy's going for it. Boost is there. I know where it's at. I can kind of start to angle my car there. But as soon as you make all those connections in your head, you need to turn ball cam back on to see what's going on. Because right here, you're kind of just driving blind until now. And that can kind of sometimes the ball can catch you off guard, and then you end up making more mistakes than you have to. It makes you panic. It puts you in situations that can cause you to panic to either whiff or make a bad touch. So it's kind of just like keeping yourself. It's a way to not beat yourself, essentially. Again, I think you just rushed that shot a little bit. I know you didn't have a lot of boost to work with, because you kind of had to jump over him too. But you got pressure on, so that at the very least you hit it and kept the possession, so that's good. So not every missed shot is a bad thing. Of course, you want to make as many as you can, but at the very least you want to put pressure on, make the defense to make plays, use boost, get out of position, everything else. So good job keeping with it. Your teammates kind of stayed back. You got a good touch away from the opponents and good placement on the shot here. I don't know if you meant to or not, but that's a good thing to take note of and try to replicate in the future. As you know, this guy is going to be over here. Just judging in the speed, how he's going to get back. He's can probably get to mid goal. By the time the ball gets to the net. So if you shoot it anywhere over here, it should be good. And just like that, yeah, that's basically where he got to. So good placement. Continue to practice that. Again, with kind of the slower kickoff, I like to do 2 flips in my kickoff. Works for you at this rank. Keep doing it, but it's probably better to learn the faster kickoff. Again, here, not rotating to the back post, just kind of going, following the ball. Essentially, I think, in my eyes, you're kind of ball chasing here. Not looking at your teammates, or really just kind of glancing at your opponents, but really just looking at the ball. So, again, being back in that middle part of the net will really be beneficial there. Luckily, that guy's still here to bail you out. Both your teammates are bailing out quite a bit, in my opinion. The only thing I saw here, yeah, you kind of. It doesn't hurt to slow down every once in a while. I can tell you're just smashing the throttle and just kind of driving around. What I would probably do here in this situation, that's kind of awkward, but I'd probably just go back over here, not necessarily all the way to that back boost, but probably be right around this area and kind of slow down, so I can, for one, if I'm solo queuing, I can signify to my teammates that, hey, I'm definitely third man back, and even if they don't see that, you're third man back. So worst case scenario, you just miss an open net because you're not up at the play, but you already have a 2-goal lead, a minute 20 left, minute 30 left. You don't really need to score that many more goals. You don't need to overextend. It's not worth the risk. So probably just rotate a little bit wider and kind of slow down a little bit. That's not a huge deal, the slowing down part. It's just easier to make adjustments and think about the play a little bit more. So there was a that wasn't a very good play in my opinion. Actually, no, it wasn't at all, because this guy's over here in the corner already. Which way, I can't even tell which way he's facing, but either way, he's either going to be able to pass it back middle, or he's probably going to be able to maintain possession or at least challenge Dark Fox if he gets it out along the wall. So I would just stay middle for a pass. The very least, you're there for the retreat. Also, I think, let me see. Yeah, so right there, you already have 30 boost, right? 30 boost on the wall. You come down here, boost a little bit, and boost a little more, and now you're completely out of boost, and essentially the same spot that you're at. Still third man back and middle. But now, instead of having 30 boost, potentially 45, or 42, whatever it is, now you have 0, and now only 12. So, again, watching the, and again, you immediately use that boost here, and you even think that you have boost, and you go up, and you miss it. So, really think about using your boost responsibly. You don't really need to just rush around the map, especially if you're third man back. Probably focus more on the boost pads, and you can even look up a few videos about boost lanes and other things. I'm kind of curious to see. So I think this game, this game goes into overtime. Oh, yeah, there's her first goal there. Here, let me rewind that, see what happened. So yeah, believe it or not, that goal all happened because you challenged right here. Regardless of what happened during, whether he whiffed going back, he waited too long to challenge, didn't get a good 50, no one was in it. Regardless of what happened there, that goal started from here. So it's really good and important to know, or important to watch for your opponents and teammates at all times, and make responsible choices. Because again, you're back here. You don't need this goal. Whether you think that you can get up here, pass it middle for your another teammate, or somehow you can score this, you don't need the goal. You're already up 2-0 with a minute 10. All the pressure's on them. So if there's anyone that's going to be making mistakes, or that probably will, it should be the blue team, not you. You don't need to force these plays when you're up, especially more than one goal with this low amount of time left. So you go up, challenge. No one's back. As you can see, your teammates, two teammates, one's here, kind of in the air, kind of like you. So both of you out of the play. And this guy's all the way across on the other side of the field, still back, or still on their side. They're all here. They get a good clear. I probably would have. So teammate went back. Your other teammate went back here for that boost, which is not a bad play. Get back, get boost, kind of cover net. You kind of drive right by the ball, so this guy can't even challenge it. I would hit this ball over to the corner because this guy's facing this way, right? He's going back to the net. If you hit this ball over to the corner, he could easily drive, meet, for one, probably 50 the ball, at the very least. Two, he probably just dribble it up the wall or get a clear out of it. But instead, you kind of drive right by it, and you have to time that. And you could say, oh, I was mid-flip, there's no way for me to get that. You can see right here, regardless of what he's going for, like which way he's facing, assuming that he's just going to come and smack the ball, I mean, there's really nothing he can do. He's not going to hit it back towards his side, and he's in front of it, so he has to wait for the ball to catch up to him. So you can at least 50 it there. So I'd pick up this boost, and like you did, you boosted, which is good, but before you flipped, you could have knocked it into the corner. But you didn't, and that guy ended up not getting a very good challenge on it. And it's not game plan's fault. If I'm going to be honest, this isn't his fault at all. This goal is 100%, not 100%, probably about 90 to 85% your fault. If I'm going to be honest. And it all stemmed from that double commit when you were third man into the corner. Not a bad challenge there, keeping the pressure up. Teammates are kind of in the same spot. That was a risky play, just by you. I would go for that boost there. Again, don't need to overextend or anything. You're up one goal still 40 seconds left. You already have 50 boost. You keep ball cam off for an extended period of time. Not that you could have gotten back anyways. This was your teammates' fault because they were kind of all bunched up and they didn't give very good touches. But still, no need to overextend there. Yeah, it was your teammates' fault. They were in the same spot. Good bump there. I like how you slowed down there, positioned yourself up well. Good control of the ball, just didn't smack it at the opponent. Good possession. You kept possession there, and that's the important thing. So, good job there. Good pop. Nice. That was a beautiful play there. Yeah, I mean, you maintained, you didn't use too much boost. I mean, you pick up that 100, right? And that whole time, you ended that play with 90 boost. So, essentially, you only lost 10 boost throughout this entire play. And that's good. That's good boost management. You probably didn't mean to do that, but it's good that it's becoming a habit and you're not even thinking about it. Okay, so few things to work on. Some highlight points here. Looking here, so you are Diamond 1, Div 1. Nice, nice. Led the team with 2 goals, 1 assist. A few things to work on. Definitely on defense, rotating to that back post or middle of the net at the very least, and staying there at least a little bit. That will help you a lot because this easily could have been a 5-2 game, and there wouldn't have been overtime if your teammates didn't bail you out on those 3 saves. That, to be honest, were your fault because you didn't go back to you didn't stay in net. You kind of challenged out with them. That could have been a very different game very early, and you wouldn't have had a shot to come back in that. So definitely rotate the back post, probably the number one thing. And it's really, the great thing about that, it's a really simple fix. It's really easy to fix. You just have to think about it a little bit, and then after you play like a week, just thinking about that every time you go back to net, it's like it's natural, and it helps you out so much. Another thing is just looking out for your teammates and opponents. That's a little bit harder to do, but definitely those 2 things I would work on. Don't worry about your mechanics. I mean, obviously go into training and do that sort of stuff, but all of that will come in line as you play. Those things take a while to learn. So, yeah, I would just I wouldn't worry about your mechanics too much. Obviously, go in training, work on them. You don't have workshop maps, but do custom training packs, go in free play, hit the ball around, all that jazz, and but in game, focus on rotating back to net, that back post, and looking for your teammates. 2 things. You don't want to focus on too many things at once. Just those 2 things, and you'll probably end up rising to Diamond 2 if you keep that up, and maybe even Diamond 3. I don't know. Very good chance. But yeah. So there you go. Overall, pretty good. Looks promising. Good luck in the future. And anyone else, if you guys made it this far in the video, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, join the Rocket League Discord. I'm a coach here. You know, you got me, your boy. Hey, you're typing right here. Don't worry. ESIS right now. And yeah. So there you go. You're even back here. I'll answer your question real time. What should I do to deal with teammates who don't rotate properly and keep cutting rotations, causing double commits? Should I let them cut, then rotate behind? So I would definitely, if your teammate is double committing a lot, probably he's like ball chasing a little bit, just play a little bit slower and smarter. Just know that he's probably going to double commit. If he's doing it a lot, then you know he's probably, if like there's a good chance if you and him are at the equal opportunity to go for a ball, kind of like that. If I can, I can't really find it. I don't think I will be able to find it. But kind of like I talked earlier, how you two were both back and the ball was equal distance from each other. If you know he's ball chasing or he likes a challenge a lot, just let him go for it and you cover net. Be technically the responsible one. So, all right. Yeah, if you guys want more coaching or replay analysis, just have questions, hop in this coaching. There's a bunch of coaches in here, all different ranks too. I'm GC1. I don't know what Dan is or Jabbert is. Red Boy, I know he's like Champ 3. So a lot of range and spectrum of ranks. So yeah. Other than that, yeah. Thanks. Oh yeah, check me out on Twitch. Do that. Hit the follow button.